Lego Ninjago polybags are a great affordable way to experience a piece of the Ninjago world, and today I'm ranking what in my opinion are the top 10 best ones. At number 10 is Kai's Dragon Fight, which released as part of the 2011 pilot wave. It included a really cool Kai minifigure. Considering just how new Ninjago was at this point, I think that these 2011 polybags were a great way to introduce kids to each of the ninja. Being a 14-year-old polybag, the dragon build is a bit blocky by modern standards, but it has a nostalgic charm to it. In spot 9, it's Kai again, this time in the 2015 Kai's Drifter polybag. It includes Kai in his Season 4 half-mast tournament outfit, which is a really cool minifigure, and I like how the Drifter build is a cool idea which is different from the other Tournament of Elements sets. There's also a play feature of 2 stud shooters. At number 8 is the 2012 Jumping Snakes polybag, which has a JZX minifigure. The build is a small stand with 2 snakes, which launch upwards when the 2x4 black tile is pressed, hence the polybag name of Jumping Snakes. It's a cool play feature, and this polybag had good value considering how you get a minifigure and 2 snakes. The Sky Pirates Battle is quite a peculiar polybag, as it had a really limited release as part of promotions that only took place in certain European countries. From research, it seems to pop up most commonly in Hungary or Germany. This is a really cool polybag though, and has a siren minifigure, a small robot build, and an eye patch, which is really random. It is a real shame that this polybag wasn't released worldwide, especially since the siren figure is exclusive. Next up is Jay's Nanomech, which released in 2015. This is another polybag that had a really limited release. The build is a scaled down version of the 2015 Jay's Nanomech set, and it's honestly kind of sad that this polybag is so much better than the $20 Legacy version which came out 6 years later. The mech can seat Jay inside and is a memorable vehicle used by Jay in Season 4 after he broke his leg. In spot 5 is the Lego Ninjago Wu Cru Training Dojo polybag from 2016. The minifigure selection of a Season 4 Jay and a Season 5 Wu is pretty random for a polybag released during Season 6, but still cool. And it's always impressive to see 2 figures in the same polybag, even though they were both fairly common at the time. The dojo area is a nice build, and I like how the use of jumper plates makes it a lot easier to pose the figures for both play or display purposes. At number 4 is the 2017 Masters Training Grounds, which includes minifigures of the Day of the Departed Zane and Nia, just with hairpieces instead of their hoods. It's really cool to see these Honourable ninja suits of Nia and Zane in such a cheap polybag, as previously Zane's was exclusive to the Ultra Stealth Raider and Nia's to the Samurai X Cave Chaos. The dummy build is pretty cool, even if it is kind of strange that they're practicing fighting on a training dummy that resembles their sensei. There's also some cool pieces like a plain pearl gold head and red skeleton legs, which were both fairly uncommon at the time of the polybag's release. Moving into the top 3, we have the newest polybag of the list, the 2024 Dragons Rising Tournament Training Ground. Again, there are 2 minifigures, this time being the Tournament Armor Cole and the Purple Wolf Mask Warrior, who are both great. The small build provides a cheap way to get the new shorter sword piece, and has a play feature allowing you to launch a minifigure. It also has Technic pins on one side and holes on the other, so you can connect it to either the Tournament Temple City or the Tournament Battle Arena, which is a really cool detail. In spot 2 is Kai and Rapton's Temple Battle, which released in 2023. It offered a cheap way to get minifigures of the Dragons Rising Kai and Rapton, who were both fairly common but still really great. The mini temple is one of my favourite Ninjago polybag builds, as I really like the small details like the lanterns, plants, and the golden frog. I really hope that LEGO continues to make these Dragons Rising polybags that have a decent build and 2 minifigures, as they offer great value for money. Before I reveal my first place polybag, I do have some honourable mentions of the 2018 Wu Cru Target Training, the 2016 Sky Pirate Fighter, the 2012 Hidden Sword, Lloyd's Turbo Car, the Legacy Samurai X, the 2016 Kai's Mini Dragon, and Zane's Dragon Power vehicles. So finally, my favourite Ninjago polybag is the Dareth vs Nindroid one, a 2013 Toys R Us exclusive. It included the first ever minifigure of Grand Sensei Dareth, who is one of my favourite Ninjago characters. The minifigure was exclusive to this polybag, and even to this day, I still think that this is the best Dareth minifigure that LEGO have ever made. There's also a cool Nindroid minifigure and a trophy. A polybag of Dareth protecting his trophy is such a brilliant idea, and I love how this was the first Ninjago polybag to contain 2 minifigures. So that's the end of this list. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and tell me in a comment down below what your favourite Ninjago polybag is. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!